Heavy patches of snow and ice reduced to puddles, but the threat of a refreeze has communities just north of Atlanta very concerned. Atlanta News First reporter Madeline Montgomery is in Gwinnett County, and Madeline, police are now towing cars abandoned by stranded drivers.
A pretty common scene driving in Gwinnett. Cars like this just left on the side of the road. This driver tried to make it through the storm yesterday, got pretty banged up as a result, and still sitting here on the side of the road in an area pretty hard to drive in still. You can see the snow on the ground. This shady part of Gwinnett, also very hilly, so still hard to drive on because the snow still hasn't melted.
It was just so treacherous out there.
Wanda Creech wasn't expecting her commute from downtown Atlanta to Gwinnett County to look like this last night.
I started sliding and slid off the road and narrowly missed two pedestrians who literally dove out of the way.
She's not the only one with a stressful experience.
People were sliding, and then obviously they ended up hitting other vehicles, so we were having a lot of that. And then people were either afraid to drive or they couldn't make it up the hill, so a lot of stranded motorists out there.
I saw ahead of me just a pile of cars, so that indicated to me that it was black ice and that it was an impassable area. So I just pulled over and decided to walk from there.
A decision a lot of drivers made. Today, we saw car after car after car left on the side of the road. But according to Lilburn police, some were left in the road.
That was our main concern. We were trying to just get tow trucks out here to get them out of the road.
But no one was in trouble or in need of a parking ticket.
We brought them here to our police station rather than having to deal with the tow truck companies and getting them from the impound lot.
As for Wanda, she had a cold walk home and her car made it there eventually.
I think workplaces need to be more aware of their safety of their employees and making sure that people have a way to get home safely.
Gwinnett County Police tell us that they had over 1,000 winter weather calls between when the snow started yesterday afternoon and today, and they almost had 500 accidents. Reporting in Lilburn, I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.